Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Selling Gaming. Happy to be bringing you another 1 vs 1 in StarCraft 2. That seems to be how I always open up because I'm always happy to be bringing you these games. It's just how it is. I love casting these games. I love showing off StarCraft 2 and all its awesomeness. And this player may seem a little bit familiar to some of you. I was dropping by reddit.com/r/cast.it because I wanted to cast some games, and this player who has posted replays before, he is Mr. One Up, and in fact, you can see right over here, I have even added a little One Up picture, just because it feels so awesome to have repeats. This guy come back and say, hey, he didn't come to me personally, not by any stretch of the legs, but he put up another post, and I thought, well, it would be neat. We have a couple of One Up themed replays. He actually gave a pack. So this is Korhal Compound LE, where he will be in the bottom left corner, at least for this game. His opponent TrOn will be in the top right corner. I thought he was being pretty sneaky because on the post on Reddit, he said, hey, if you check out any of them, look at the TvT on Korhal Compound. And sneaky him, there are 2 Korhal compounds and their TvTs. So, we're going to be casting at least these 2 games. And it looks like a mostly standard opening from our 2 players. This is top Masters ranked. Ranks are, they'll fluctuate a little bit between times of casting and when you're watching and so on. But One Up said that he was top 20, and I couldn't quite track him down on sc2ranks.com. He said he is top 20, so I am sure his opponent is at least top 50. And really, when you get into Masters, you are definitely getting to a high level of play. There is no doubt that can be said about that for anybody whatsoever. I was going to say, this Marine might pop around the back here, and then you wouldn't be able to kill the SCV. SCV's just going to slip right away there. Going up for a tech lab, it doesn't seem like maybe yes, it is a Reaper opening, right? Maybe even a Reaper expand. Opponent's probably going to. Yeah. That was awkward. Opponent has spotted that and knows, excuse me, it's probably going to be definitely a Reaper opening. He's actually responding with his own in kind. Only difference may be this one Marine, and that could be a make or break bit of a deal. One Up will have the 50 extra minerals maybe to get the 1 extra SCV. When Reaper moves out, we're going to see what he does and how big of a difference it can make. Right into the expand for TrOn, as his first Reaper is out and second is on the way. One Up is opting not to go for a second Reaper. Excuse me, still got some gunk in my throat I need to clear out. He's instead going straight into combat shields, which will be very powerful for an early Marine push. He's actually just maybe going to use this Reaper for map control, which would be a really smart choice. Both command centers finishing up at almost the exact same time. One Up's about 4 seconds later. I don't think it's going to make a world of difference there. In fact, we have 2 Reapers out, and TrOn is opting for a third. Wonder how long he's going to continue the Reaper production. Reapers do that very powerful 18 versus light. That's versus Marines. So we're going to need those combat shields to deflect every bullet they can. And both players just playing it safe, stationing out their guard, building up their expands. Let's see if One Up is keeping an eye on the mini-map. Well, looks like he doesn't quite need to. And TrOn doing a little bit of indecision. He wants now Reapers themselves are considered light. So, there's the longest standoff in the world. Oh, and because he tried to micro to move over faster, or TrOn tried to move his Reaper up close before attacking. Oh yeah, now he's booking it out of there. He tried to move his Reaper up close before attacking, so that should 1UP's Reaper tried to have left, tried to have retreated, run away, flee, then the Reaper would have been able to, TrOn's Reaper wouldn't have been able to catch him. However, that gave 1UP's Reaper the extra time to shoot. And there he is finally going to die. He did get one last shot off. And here come the Marines. Their combat shields have finished. Unfortunately, TrOn's is more than halfway done as well, plus a +1 for both weapons and armor. But 1UP, even getting a little bit supply block there, their supply depot's finished. Going for that early stim as well. He'll probably swap this factory out and over. After the stim finishes, he may just swap the factory over to the barracks and go for a siege tank push. Oh, this Marine does not have long to live. 1UP knows that his opponent is out in force. Has begun his own +1, at least on the weapons. We have to see after this finishes, because I have no doubt these two are going to switch. Well, yes. TrOn in the meantime, again, those double ups, they could play a huge factor. We're going to have to wait and see. He's getting his own starport. Actually, these two players' bases feel pretty mimicked. We're going to have to see where the factory exactly lands. But otherwise, it's going to be almost the exact same setup as far as Little SimCity goes. Amazing how when you get to such a high level of play, these players begin to really refine their strategies so much they almost look identical. The stim for TrOn is passing halfway. It already has finished for a 1UP player. Will he be utilizing drops? I don't know. Does have a tech lab going there. This is where I was thinking it would have been smarter just to swap the two, because his factory was idle for a while. He could have just floated it over and had it ready. Dropping another factory though. Maybe that one will float over. The +2 armor for TrOn is already on the way. He really wants to push these upgrades, and really when you're facing in a mirror matchup, that can be a game breaker to say the least. There's the level 2 weapons on the way. Both these players technically very, very similar. We'll see a Marine tank play coming out, no doubt. With drops being pulled. There's the siege tank coming from 1UP. In fact, here we go. This is what. Oh! Oh, he stopped it. No, he didn't finish the stim. No, he did finish the stim. Oh, wow, that was really, really close. Wow, I thought that he pulled that. I thought he lifted off the barracks before the stim finished. Wow, that would have been something crazy. Go marching into battle, hit T, and your Marines do nothing. Would really not help. Now here comes the push. Both players. The one armor missing for 1UP. However, is the siege tank going to make a difference? Siege mode is not finished. No, it looks like Marines for TrOn are going to be. Oh, even the Vikings landing here. Yes, stim and run away. Run far, far away. Oh, and a good turnaround. Juking his opponent. Trying to get him to catch up and then turning around getting the rest of those Marine kills. As the bloody remains left on the battlefield. And 1UP sneaking a third. Knowing his opponent hasn't expanded yet. Pulls out a quick orbital. He could even just drop mules here. That alone would be worth it. The siege check has not even begun for TrOn, and of course he certainly has to have the tech lab, because how else would he be producing the siege tanks? There it is, just starting, as though I clicked it myself. Felt a little weird. Oh, and he walks right by this expansion. Oh, TrOn's going to be kicking himself in the foot after watching this. Oh, he catches the SCV transfer. He knows without a doubt now that there is a base up there. Oh, and he is not hesitating at all to go for it. No, he has to turn around. He has to fight. TrOn slipping into siege check as his has finished. But the Marines rushing forward. Some pretty good Marine splits. SCV's trying to get repairs here. And then just booking it out and saying, we're out of here, man. See ya. And TrOn starts moving right for this third, which has already begun floating off, saying, yep, we're done. We are out of here, dude. Hit one up. I'm so unlucky. Just the wrong place at the wrong time with those SCVs. TrOn in the meantime doing his own expand, getting his own third out. I like this, just three little guys stemming forward. All you need. You don't need to stem everything. You don't need to select your entire control group. Actually, he could expand right here. TrOn is not pursuing this. Even just a couple of Vikings to pester would be enough for this. TrOn is smelling blood in the water. The supply, 93, soon to be 92, but 132. Our blue Terran is only growing in power, and our red Terran is feeling the pressure. Did get the cancel off on that command center, so at least save those 300 minerals. Now the +1 armor for the ground has almost also finished. Not the case for 1UP. And in fact, 3-3 is coming. Man, TrOn is just on top of these upgrades. He's lost less of an army, and as such, he's felt more comfortable. Oh, Siege Tank's just spotting that real quick. I don't know why he quite did that. He needs to use these Vikings to get vision, not getting Marines killed. In fact, pull these guys back, pull them back, 1UP. There you go. Use these Vikings to gain vision over your opponent's standard TvT. There you go. Pull them forward. Forcing scans from your opponent. In fact, the tank can hit the tank. And the tank does hit the tank, which hit the tank. Zeo dog. Now this third did manage to land and is mining, so at least that's going to help even things out a little bit. Here comes the push from 1UP. I think he's just going to say he's just going for it. I don't know if this is the right move to make. Oh, and he is going to go through. He's going to push and get it. All the tanks unsieged, able to move forward. Even overcoming the upgrade disadvantage. Unfortunately, TrOn going into a planetary with his fourth, with an SCV transfer that is perfectly safe, that is not going to be caught off guard. He's got to be feeling very, very good, except that he's rallying Marines down here that are just walking to their death. Run, run! But it looks like the 2-2 for our blue player is about to finish as soon as, I'm sorry, for the red player, is about to, the blue upgrades are finishing for the red player as soon as the red upgrades are finishing for the blue player. There's a little bit of swap for you. TrOn moving around the back here, which is going to be a fantastic move, catching his opponent without siege tanks. These need to be canceled real quick. And finally, some of the tanks do siege up, the rest following very quickly, but all the Marines have melted. 4-1UP, and all the Marines for TrOn are moving forward. Although he actually was able to hold this, having the superior tank count, having the earlier siege. So it's not going to last for too long. These medevacs even chilling out for a bit, saying, hey, what's going on? Just getting a little bit of spying. Now, TrOn opting for his third to be a planetary as well. I agree that the fourth could have been, but I'm not so sure about the third. I think that if you just drop a couple of barracks here, maybe another factory, just to keep up with your macro, then I think he would have been fine. Placing that as an orbital, he would have had at least more than enough heads up to reposition an army. It is almost laughable that his opponent is just mining right over here, so close to each other. Here comes another big engagement. The siege is going up. That is way too many tanks for these Marines. The supply looking much more even now. And the level 3 weapons for the infantry starting 4-1UP. 3-3 has already finished for TrOn. Both players really staying on top of their macro. We probably could see just more tank production out of TrOn because he's so low on minerals. 64 to 59 harvesters. As the Vikings giving that extra spotting. As TrOn is pushed a little bit farther back. And he has to know my opponent hasn't expanded here. So where is he going? He checks it out. He finds it. Another attempt at this one. The only thing is he's going to think that his opponent's been barely surviving off the 2 base. Think, wow, you've been real lucky, dude. So I'm lucky to have caught you here, and I'm still holding you to 3. No, he's going to scout further. And he is going to find this one here. In fact, because he has his own command center coming over land, which actually tells me that, you know, one up just a little bit off center there for his own. But nothing is going to stop this command center from getting wiped out. All these SCVs. This one needs to dump its energy real fast. It is 2 meals to burn. Oh, and here comes an interception of each other, intercepting the reinforcements of intercepting the defense force. Siege tanks go down, wipe that group out. However, the group of Marines do come in here. They manage to snipe out the command center. That's the important part. And TrOn is going to call this a win in the end just because of that. Now, IUp is going to have to start putting pressure onto the soon-to-be planetary. Here it comes. Some siege tanks staying in the back to defend, some moving forward for the attack. Yes, the planetary has to be cancelled. The upgrade is not going to go through. That command center is gone. And I like some of these siege tanks down at a time. Army supply is really favoring IUp right now. He is managing to stop his opponent's reinforcements. You can even look and see it's 30 Marines to 33, but the tank count is what really counts heavy for IUp, 13 to 6. Now the push is going down onto the 3rd. Is it going to be enough? No. Forces pushing forward. These tanks sitting too far back. Your tank advantage doesn't count when they're not all in the front attacking. I would have loved to have seen even some parked up here. So then when he engaged down here, his opponent would have had to engage at both levels. That is a lot of medevacs. Wow, he's got 13 medevacs out right here. It's like he almost has 1 for every Marine. Now here is what a siege tank is for, raining down hell from above. Oh, and the drop almost coming in. Not quite that these Marines need to get pulled back. This little 3rd slipping around. Oh, even a mule repairing so that one wasn't destroyed. It's just pulled out of burning range. Great job there. And TrOn is going to slip right by this. Oh, that was so good. That is good. He's going to be able to call down mules there. Now the 3rd, the true 3rd for IUp is coming down here. No doubt will be more from that. I'm keeping my selection on here so we can see what is he morphed it into. Both players are at 3-3 for their infantry, I believe. Yes. 0-1 for one tank, 0-1 for the other. One siege tank goes up, the other as well. This is going to be it. This could be the big matchup that's going to end it all. And TrOn looks like he's pulling so very far ahead. Oh, all the Marines for IUp have died. His siege tank is just going to get picked off. Doesn't even get that last shot in. This could be it. He's only producing 6-7 Marines at a time. That's because he's completely out of minerals. His natural is almost completely mined out. His main is completely mined out. He's just getting to this one. He didn't even upgrade that command center. He's pulled SCVs. This is the last ditch effort. I think this is going to be it for IUp. Behind this, TrOn is happily mining left, right, and center all over the place. He'll probably drop another command center here if he really, really wanted to. And he might try to drop onto the tanks, but they are pretty well spread out. TrOn knows his opponent can't be doing much of anything. He hasn't scouted this 3rd. However, he doesn't need to. Yep, the drop onto the tank's trying to happen here. Not going to be enough, though, because now the Marine reinforcements do come in from the north. That is going to be GG from IUp, and that is going to complete this replay. Excellent effort by both players. Some really sneaky expands. I really liked, that this one was able to float over and get repaired by a mule that was called down. Something that might be underutilized at times, or at least some players would think so. Get pulled back, and that really allowed for some great mining even after this third was destroyed, because the natural was gone and the main was almost completely gone. That could have allowed that extra production at the end that really kicked it up for TrOn. Some position, the engagement right here, really, really crucial. Kind of just a bad position for IUp, I think, and I think he was down on the Marine count there as well. So, at any rate, a great game. I'm going to be doing some more IUps because he's a lot of fun to watch, and I hope to see you guys in the next game.